You guys face some pushback from state governments over the wording of how you guys branded yourself. Can you kind of break that down?
So in late 2015, we started to have some state regulators that were asking about the business. Some of them thought that it was a form of gambling. So the law distinguishes between games of chance and games of skill and how they classify them, either as gambling or contests. And fantasy sports, for anybody who's played, you know this, and certainly the stats back it up, are very much overwhelmingly a game of skill. You know, what we ended up doing was going and engaging with them and understanding their concerns, and then I think a lot of their concerns really came down to how people were being protected, how consumers were being protected while using the product. We welcomed it, and we ended up getting regulated now by, I think, 19 different states.
So now you guys have spent so much time setting yourselves apart from sports betting. Now the Supreme Court is considering a case that could legalize sports betting in New Jersey. How do you plan to respond to that?
Well, we'll have that product as well. I think it's a great product that a lot of our customers want. We're pretty excited about it. It's a huge market that has the opportunity to create lots of new players, lots of new revenue, and really open up things in a way that they never have been before in the United States.
When the NCAA, kind of stepped in and was like, hey, no more daily fantasy sports on collegiate athletics, that was 5%, I believe it was, of your overall business. With the introduction of sports betting, what percentage of your business do you think that will become?
Oh, I think over time, I think conceivably become the biggest part of our business. I mean, it's a huge market. Estimates have it anywhere from $150 to $400 billion that's wagered illegally in the black markets on sporting events right now in the U.S. So we'll have to see how many states actually pass laws regulating it. That's really the big wild card. What's interesting about fantasy sports is there was never really any formal agreement or anything. We just, out of a courtesy to the NCAA, decided not to launch those leagues.
Why kind of come to almost a gentleman's agreement with the NCAA on that?
From a practical perspective, they are very loud and they can make a lot of noise if they don't like what you're doing. And, I think that has repercussions on your brand and on your ability to do business. I think from, more of the, I'd call it, I guess, idealist perspective, I just think it's the right thing to do. I just think it would be messy and not good for anybody if you have people who are actually producing the games and are actually, the ones who own the IP unhappy with the way that it's developed. I just can't see that being a good environment for anybody to do business in.